this is Ambitious Queen and Ambitious Queen. Definitely on many scenes. Specifically, the conversation of today is definitely going to have to focus around motivation. Better get on your job. Better get on your job. It's hot in Florida, y'all. That's why my melanin is glowing. So I just wanted to touch bases with you all. Today is Tuesday. Ramadan Mubarak. It's been an amazing Ramadan this whole month. When I say tried, tested, and I got a testimony for you all. Oh my, I have so much to share. But I'm full of a lot of emotion. I'm full of a lot of change and growth within myself. And I'd like to come on here and share it with you all as much as I can. That song is
I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that even when I'm crazy. Yeah.
So, part of my change, part of my growth, especially finishing the month of May, I had an amazing success with my quota, my sales, even my growth within myself of like reading and knowledge. I make sure that I'm up on my books. The next book that I am dying to get right now is called The Rhinoceros Success. You all know me with my spiritual animals, things that reflect my current life, as it helps me to take away from the physical world and just help in tune with myself spiritually. So in regards to that, I've been seeing a lot of cats die in the road. Not like me seeing the interaction. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of dead cats in the road. I'm not a witch or anything. I just definitely believe in the physics of science, the spirituality of our ancestors reaching out to connect with us. And one of the things I found is in terms of bad habits, like I ended Ramadan and it's a different person than I did when I started Ramadan. So I'm learning, as always, I'm always going to be a student. I'm learning to embrace all things, good and bad, no matter what trial or circumstance that I'm going through, for what it is, and appreciate the growth that comes out of it. And it's not about how the adventure ends, and it's not how you start, it's how you enjoy and handle things that happen to you during those situations. As I continue to find the root of myself, as I continue to elevate on a lot of different spiritual level and realms, will be tested through your children, you will be tested through your parents, you will be tested through your job, your co-workers. But I got a trick for that. With all of the great advice and all of the great teachings and all of the great studying materials and resources that I'm utilizing, I'm learning that I have to have tough skin like a rhinoceros. I think the book is only $2. Go look it up on Google. You can read a couple free pages online. But just look up the book Rhinoceros Success, and it was brought to my attention by one of my co-workers at work, and we were just talking, about reading and motivation and staying focused and finding your purpose and your passion. The regular smuggler, motivational mindset. And he happened to share with me one of the books that he's reading. And one of the great things from a wise person to another wise person, we are taught not to give away good books because you never know when you'll get it back. But I can recommend it to you. I can recommend it to you all to go out and get it. So he was wise enough not to give me that book, but wise enough to drop that seed and nugget into me to know to go look it up before I go and make that purchase, so I can have a reason why to buy it. Beyond the fact that he, said that it would toughen my skin. And me, walking around, I'm a strong black queen. I got this. I can handle this. Shout out to my earrings. Dear black men, I value you. I was able to catch up. Everything happened for a reason. The law of attraction. I was able to read up on that before I went to bed last night, because the last thing that you read resonates with you in your head. And I was able to read a couple of those free pages online. And one of the things that I was realizing, going back to the dead cats that I seen, when it comes down to your spirituality and when it comes down to those spirit signs and the symbolisms that we are looking for, because it's all theology, all of it is a reason why it's happening. The dead cats, if you look it up, for me, this is all based upon your own perspective and opinion of how you like to see it. If you don't agree with it, don't comment, share with somebody else. If not, if you do agree with it, comment, let me know your thoughts. And even if you don't comment, you want to share your thoughts, we can debate. I love a good conversation. But what I found in my findings is basically when it comes down to a dead cat that I am seeing, I've seen it on the road, baby kittens, it's showing that certain habits, certain ways, certain doors of past or reoccurring opportunities that have come about are now closed and are dying. For me, that resembled me going through Ramadan, me going through certain habits and certain situations, certain people, certain conversations, certain things that I was wearing. I was just learning how to get myself all together to be a righteous woman, to be a queen, to not be what society wants me to be, but what the God inside of me is, and I know that I am worthy of my calling. So in order for me to be internally matched with my external views, I had to do a self-evaluation, a self-assessment, personal development, which is required at all times. And I just learned that is something that you're never ever going to master all at once. It's an evolution of growth that will always, on a consistent basis, is a requirement for your health and your wealth. Why? Because our children are constantly growing. It's my first time being a mother to an 8-year-old. Do you think she's the same child that she was a year ago? No. Do you think that she's the same child that she was 2 years ago? No. I'm not the same person. I hope not. And if your past is bigger than your future, then that's how you can know that you need some growth and personal development within yourself. And one of the main things to look into self-evaluation to help me break away from what it is I'm seeing and thinking, because I don't know if you like to watch TV. Sometimes movies take you on a virtual trip where you can live vicariously through other people. Sometimes reading a book, which is why I love to read a book, it takes me in that moment and very detailed words that allows me to see where I could be, where I can be, where I am going, and where I have come from. Because sometimes when we get to a certain place in our life, we don't necessarily appreciate where we come from. We're just glad we got out that situation. But we still got to go back and appreciate when we were sleeping on the floor, when we had to sleep, all in one bed. Specifically me and my children all had to share one bed before they each got their own bed. There was a point in time where I was homeless at one point in time. I had to sleep in a shelter to run away from my domestic violence situation. I was being first verbally abusive with myself and the person that was abusing me, and then it became physical. So a lot of these things are tests to help us grow through our stress so that we can find the real reason why we are here. And if you go back to my videos where Luke, Mind Power, he always reminds me that we're just a present wrapped up in sticky paper all around us. And it's up to us to unravel all of those juicy surprises that we have to offer to the world, because we're doing ourselves a disservice and the world a disservice if we don't share what we've learned. Now, those dead cats for me closed those doors of opportunity and let me know that my spiritual animal, in terms of the cats that were coming about, helping me to pay attention. Every time I seen them, the attributes of a cat reminded me to slow down, to be cautious, to be sly but not sneaky, to be understanding but persuasive, to be modest but not to overcompensate my personality but still have my personality. If you understand what I'm saying. So my next spirit animal, it's not like I'm going to see a rhinoceros running around Orlando, Florida, but for me, as it comes to with me reading these books, feeding my mind and my soul, the rhinoceros for me is reminding me to have tough skin, reminding me that a rhinoceros has to go through the jungle to hunt. Even the way their eyes are positioned on their face, on their body, it's at a certain way so that they know how to view and hunt safely and securely so that they survive in the jungle. Now, for me, with this change starting in June, I went to work. I didn't expect for me to be switched to a whole nother campaign, but thank God I am open to change. Thank God he gives me the strength to be adaptable in no matter what situation that I'm in. And am I upset about some things? We all are going to be upset about change. But do I enjoy it? Hell yes! I if I'm not changing, I'm not growing. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to have that opportunity of attitude for yourself, because if not, you're going to close out on your blessings. So am I going through trials and tribulation right now? Hell yes. Do I appreciate it? Hell yes. And do I have any regrets? No. None at all. If I can do it again, I'll do it again. But if I know what I know now, based off the days that I've already had in the campaign, I definitely would have a different mindset. But the great thing is, it's never too late to catch yourself. Today is only Tuesday. Today is only the 4th day into the month. And at first, when change comes in, knocks on our door, we're like, oh shit. Excuse my French. We're like, man, we're going to have a bad week. We base our emotional response off of one situation. I could have wasted my whole month based off of one situation, one decision that my job decided to make. So as I continue to look at my job like my investors towards my dream, towards my goal, towards my passion and purpose here in this world, I continue to find the growth within myself, that I am growing, I am learning, and I am inspiring others. Does it drain me from time to time? Yes. But I'm not doing anybody a service to them if I don't continue to show them how to shine bright like a diamond no matter what. Because pressure makes diamonds, all right? Now, when it comes down to making diamonds, we got to get dirty sometime. We got to be rough sometime, but I'm going to still come out shiny. And I like to use myself as an example to others that it doesn't matter how great something has been or how bad it is, never judge a situation off of your emotional response. And I say that to say I'm gonna go to work tomorrow, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna make a lot of deals, and if I don't, my day is still not based off of that. My day is based off of the 24 hours that Allah has given me to breathe, Allah has given me to create, to even have the opportunity, because a lot of people I know, especially my brothers, they're dead. They don't have an opportunity to live life the way we do. So I cherish whatever obstacle is thrown at me, and I'm very thankful, as my attitude will always reflect my gratitude and the growth and development of the pressures that I take on, the struggles that I take on, because everybody ain't blessed to go through a struggle. Everybody ain't blessed to go through a lesson. Some people have to die to find out what would happen. Some people have to continue to live a certain way through the habits that they want to change. Some people continue to live a certain lifestyle of routine, of doing the same thing over and over, stuck. It's like the Walking Dead. So I am blessed and thankful, and I want to just share this message of light with you all. Little motivation for you for the day, for the week, however you like to look at it, because growth is beautiful, change is beautiful. Without change, we can't grow.